Everybody, Marcus Godwin here with the Shum Vremeni Noise of Time blog from St. Petersburg, Russia. This week I'm going to talk about a controversial and much talked about topic already, which is the decision by President Erdogan of Turkey and certainly some other people to allow the Hagia Sophia cathedral in Istanbul, which used to be Constantinople, to reopen as a mosque. Now, just in case anyone doesn't know, this cathedral was the very centre of world Christianity since it was built in 500 and something, if I'm not wrong. It was the very heart of the Byzantine Empire in Constantinople, which was the capital of the Byzantine Empire. It was to this cathedral that Russian princes Vladimir and somebody else, I can't remember now, went, and when they were deciding which religion the new Russian nation should follow, and where they famously said, when they came to the service here in this cathedral, we knew not whether we were in heaven or on earth. So, of course, once Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Empire, which was basically a Turkish empire, it was converted into a mosque, and it was a practicing mosque for hundreds of years under the Ottoman Empire. The first president of the post-World War I, post-Ottoman Turkey, Kemal Atatürk, decided that the cathedral would be a museum containing both its history as the headpiece of the Orthodox Christianity worldwide and its history as an Islamic mosque. As I say, many people have talked about this, and it's a very controversial and very upsetting decision for many Orthodox Christians, that now they feel they will be closed out of it, although promises have been made that this is not going to happen, I must say. But I really want to go a little bit deeper into what I feel are probably the reasons behind this. And if we look at Mr. Erdogan himself, I'm not an expert on Turkish politics. I've been there. I've managed to have very friendly and positive relations with a lot of Turkish people in my life, and I like this country, actually. If we look at Erdogan's behaviour over the last, at least maybe say 10 years, certainly the last 6 or 7, we have to see, certainly since the Western attempt to overthrow the Syrian government started, if we look at him as a president of Turkey and expect him to be doing the best for his country and the Turkish people, his behaviour seems to be completely erratic, without sense, and often very counterproductive. So the thing is, I don't think he is really, he's the president of Turkey, but he has another priority. I think he is working for what some people call the New World Order or the Illuminati, etc., 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 the cabal, the sect. In other words, he is in league with George Soros and all the other people who are trying to destabilize the Western world, and of course who are trying above all to destabilize Russia. If we look at all the things he has done, from participating in the attack on Syria, from aiding and abetting the NATO attack on Libya, and then entering the Libyan conflict on the side of the Muslim Brotherhood, who are one of the organizations used by the sect, the Illuminati, to cause havoc all over the Middle East. They were behind all this so-called Arab Spring, which was nothing of the kind. Anyway, the whole idea of the Arab Spring or the Prague Spring, this or that, it's kind of nonsense, because after spring comes summer, after summer comes autumn, after autumn comes winter, and after winter comes spring, in a never-ending cycle, whatever man does. So I don't really like this analogy very much. Thor is a better one. We can talk about Khrushchev's Thor, for better or for worse. I'm not saying that the story we learnt about Khrushchev's Thor in the West is the story, but we get the point here. Anyway, so Erdogan has been on the right side of every conflict if you're looking at it from the point of view of the same people who were responsible for 9/11, for overthrowing Saddam Hussein, for overthrowing Libya, for attempting, and so far failing, thank God, to overthrow Syria. And of course his relations with Russia have been completely erratic. He actually ordered his air force to attack a Russian jet near the Turkish border some years ago, which resulted in the death of one of the Russian pilots, which resulted in Russia closing its borders with Turkey, preventing people from going on tour there. So literally, Russian tourist business is so huge in Turkey that Turkey began to very seriously hurt because of this. The Russian government mended their fences with Erdogan. There was a coup against him, supposedly led by the Americans, and the Russians even tipped him off so he could save his position. Maybe that coup was real, maybe it was a ruse, actually, to get Russia to trust Turkey again, perhaps. I don't know. Let's look at the internal situation in Russia over the last 20 years. When Vladimir Putin came to power, some Islamic areas on the southern borders of Russia were quite literally in danger of being hived off and becoming independent countries, in other words, under the wing of the CIA and other Western intelligence services. Dagestan, Chechnya, most famously, the West was seriously pouring terrorists into these areas, and Islamic terrorism is, of course, the bogeyman we're all supposed to be afraid of ever since 9/11 and a little bit before. What has slowly but surely happened is that the Russian government, and I do unreservedly give Vladimir Putin himself the main credit for this, has managed to override not only all these terrorist movements and solidify and rebuild Chechnya and Dagestan and other Muslim areas on the southern flanks of the Russian Federation. He has also presided over an area where Muslims, Christians, Jews and Buddhists trust each other more, respect each other more, respect each other's holidays. There are not ethnic tensions or religious tensions in the Russian Federation of any size worth even considering at all. Now, this decision, of course, is hugely unpopular with Orthodox Christians, i.e. Christians, and in my opinion is designed to try and build another wedge between Russia's Muslims and Russia's Orthodox Christian community. Islam, as I've said before in these blogs, is the second religion of the Russian Federation. Judaism third, Buddhism fourth, and then some other shamanism and other forms of Christianity, so on and so forth. At the very beginning, when this was announced, I have to say that the Russian media seemed to be going along with this. There was no blatant anti-Islamic statements made, but the coverage was quite anti-Islamic actually, and within 1 or 2 days this changed. So this, I think, cannot be underestimated as one of the reasons why Erdogan took this decision. I mean, let's be clear, as I said before, the mosque, it was a practicing mosque for hundreds of years. As many people have commented, there is no shortage of mosques in Istanbul. Turkish Muslims who go to mosque have plenty of places to worship in Istanbul and throughout the country. So there was no religious need for this decision. I think it was taken to undermine relations between Christianity, i.e. Orthodoxy, and the rest of the world, and Islam. It affects most bitterly all people of the Russian Orthodox Church, Ukrainian Orthodox Church, Georgian and Armenian Orthodox churches, and of course Greece. Again, Greece is a country which has taken hit after hit after hit from the European Union, from the International Monetary Fund. The Greek Orthodox Church is under very serious attack in Greece. It is being constantly undermined. When I say attack, this is what I mean. It's not actually, no one's firing shells at it or driving tanks through the churches yet, but it's being deeply undermined from within on many different fronts. And of course this is a very, very difficult decision for Greek Orthodox Christians to swallow too. The tension is mounting between Greece and Turkey, and Erdogan is responsible for this. He's fanning it himself. Again, Greece gets it primarily because it's a Christian country. If Greece was a Catholic country or a Protestant country or almost unreligious country now like Denmark or something like this, then this probably wouldn't be happening. because the number one enemy of the sect, the Illuminati, the New World Order, is Christianity, i.e. orthodoxy. As we talked about last time, when they organized the ritual murder of the Russian royal family and overthrew the Holy Russian Empire, which had been the center of world Christianity since Constantinople fell to the Ottoman Empire 600 years earlier. I'm not sure about the figure there, but off the top of my head, it was a long time ago. And this is a decision which goes absolutely along with destabilizing relations between Orthodox Christianity and the Islamic world and Orthodox countries and their neighbors, even those in the EU who have other forms of Christianity. That's my opinion on this matter, and thank you very much for listening. If you liked it and would like to hear more, please consider contributing. You can find the details on my Facebook page and the Contact Here page. Thank you for listening. See you next time. Bye.